Hi, I'm Alan McLuckie. Please join me Tuesdays and Thursdays this fall from 11 to 12:20 for Philosophy 233, the trial and execution of Socrates. Socrates is a Greek philosopher from Athens. He's credited as being one of the founders of Western philosophy, as well as being one of the first moral philosophers in the Western ethical tradition. In the year 399 BCE, Socrates is brought to trial on charges of impiety, more specifically, of not believing in the gods of Athens, but instead creating new gods, as well as the charge of corrupting the youth. Now, he's ultimately convicted by a jury of 500 or 501 Athenian citizens and is condemned to death by drinking hemlock. And so that's what we see here in David's The Death of Socrates. He's reaching for his cup of poisoned hemlock. Now, since this trial, Socrates has become one of the most influential figures in the Western world. And it perhaps is no exaggeration to compare the magnetism he's exerted on us to the likes of Jesus, Buddha, or Muhammad. Many questions continue to persist today concerning Socrates' trial and execution, as well as the substance of his philosophical views. Now, why in a society enjoying more freedom and democracy than any the world had ever seen, would a 70-year-old philosopher be put to death for what he was teaching? And moreover, for what he was teaching apparently for his entire adult life? Well, in this course, we're going to explore the philosophical, historical, cultural, and political circumstances that led to Socrates' death. We'll examine the testimony of some of Socrates' most illustrious contemporaries, such as Plato, Xenophon, the famous Greek satirist Aristophanes, as well as the reception of Socrates' death by later figures. Throughout the course, our discussion is going to be informed by perspectives of experts from a range of disciplines, including, obviously, philosophy, but also history and classics and religious studies. Is Socrates guilty of corrupting the youth and of impiety? Did he deserve his hemlock? In this course, we're going to finish with a performance of our own mock trial of Socrates. You will play the role of prosecutor, defense, witnesses, and jury, and you will have the opportunity to decide for yourself whether the citizens of Athens were right to convict and execute Socrates in 399 BCE, in what has arguably become one of the most important trials in the history of Western civilization.